You're gonna ruin the shot, okay? You're gonna you're breathing too heavy. You're a mouth breather. No one likes a mouth breather. Hey everybody, Kyle here with Spicer Designs. Oh, forgot about that. I was doing some drinking last night. One of these should still have some in it. There we go. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, so warm. Welcome back to the channel. It was a fun night. Well, what we have here looks a whole lot like what we have here because they're pretty much the same. This is the xTool P2. This is a 55-watt CO2 laser engraver. And this is the newest, most updated, better than ever version of the P2, the xTool P2S for super sick. I don't know. So xTool just sent this thing out to me. There's a couple of videos already floating out about the new P2S. That's nice. That's really nice. It's got a nice tune to it. Now the reason that xTool went ahead and upgraded the P2 to the P2S is because this is one of their top selling lasers. As a matter of fact, this particular laser is one of the top rated in its class for a smaller desktop CO2 laser. This thing has a lot of great new features we're going to go over, but first I need to get this thing all set up onto my new little laser table here. But this bad boy is pretty heavy. I think it's like 99 pounds or something, somewhere in the 90s, I don't know. Very awkward, so I'll probably need a little help from the Keystone Girl maybe. All right, let's get this thing the hell out of the way. First I gotta get this conveyor off here. I've only used it a couple of times, basically to make a video on it. Otherwise I haven't had any projects where I've needed to use it yet, but really just all depends on what your niche is and what kind of laser engraving you do. But for me personally, I don't know if I'll use that much, if ever, but it's nice to have. There's 4 screws. The main thing that we need to do is get the new P2S on this riser base. So that riser base for the original P2 will still work with the P2S. Now there is a lot of value in the riser base. I wouldn't buy either the P2S or the S1 without the riser bases. Those things give you a lot more options, especially if you're using a rotary tool. Now once I get the P2S up and running, I honestly don't know if I'll have much use for this P2, so it's very likely that it might be for sale. I've only used it a couple times. I've just been too busy on my property to spend the time that I need to on these lasers in the shop. All right. There's the conveyor. Now we can do the old swapperoo. I want to get these two machines side by side so we could look at exactly what's been upgraded. I think I've moved this thing around more than I've used it, to be honest. All right, while I'm waiting for the Keystone Girl to get out here to help me shimmy everything around, here they are side by side. Physically, they look absolutely identical. Really, aesthetically they're identical. And what you're gonna get with the P2S is all the same stuff that you're gonna get with the P2. You get your antifreeze if you're in colder climates, or if you're not in a climate controlled space, your ventilation hose, all your clamps, all your connection cables, power cables, funnel for your beer bong. That's kind of a nice feature. Some tools and your keys. These keys are very important. Without them, your laser will not work. Just like the keys to your vehicle, if you're in a shop space that you share with someone else, you can pull that key out of it and no one else can use your laser. And that key inserts right here in the back. There's a little key logo. But we'll go over the back of this thing in a minute because it's kind of dark back there. We'll spin these things around when we get to the back. So starting with the front, pop the hoods. They look the same, but they're not. There are some differences. So your typical features on the P2 or the P2S is they're a 55-watt CO2 machine. They both have built-in chillers in them, which we'll get to that in a minute. They both have dual cameras. One of them is a camera that captures an image of the whole entire laser bed. The other camera is more focused over the material, and both lasers still have that. I don't believe anything's changed there. Now, along with these CO2 lasers, there's maintenance involved. Pops off. Oh yeah. Everything is magnetized, which is really nice. So you can get quick, easy access to clean your laser tip and clean your mirrors. And that is one of the first improvements here on the new P2S. So we're looking at the P2 here. Now, if you're using your CO2 laser daily, it is very important that you clean your mirrors daily. In order to do that on the P2, you have to kind of get your fingernail in here and you can pry up on it. It's magnetized. And then you can grab your mirror and you can see mine's actually kind of dirty. And you can go ahead and clean it and then put it back in. Now this is fairly easy because it's magnetized. Doesn't get a whole lot easier than that, or does it? Now you also have another mirror right here, and same deal. You have to kind of get your finger in there and pry it out of there. So it's not bad, but they did make it easier. So we'll go over to the P2S, pop our lid. This is aligned with stud. So I do have it pointing right at me, so I think that's right. So this one looks like it's still the same, but this one looks like it's a lot easier. You can see it's got like a little bar on it now, and you can just grab that bar and pinch it and pull it right off. So now you have something that you can actually hold on to. And they have these little studs in place right here that match up to all these notches. Yeah, that's really easy. And there should be one more mirror back here in this compartment where the CO2 tube is. I do like that feature. That is pretty nice. Especially if you have to do it daily, why not make it easier? The next huge upgrade that they made for the P2S is the exhaust system. Basically, they've made it more powerful and more accessible, easier to clean, all that good stuff. Just a more efficient process for the user. Maybe you. So what we've got here in the original P2 is you just see these slotted vents right here, there, and a little bit dusty. So the only thing you could really do with this is just kind of wipe down the vent. That's it. Jump over to the new P2S, and it's got these little grills on here that are magnetic. Pop them off. You can wash them off, wipe them down. You can really get these things good and clean very easily. They're kind of flexible. And directly inside there, you can see the exhaust fan. It's right there. Same on the bottom, all magnetic. This thing just peels right off. And this ventilation space here is elongated compared to this one, a little bit smaller, not as much airflow able to get in there. That larger port will help draw more of that smoke and fumes right off that laser bed and out the exhaust. Come around to the back of these things. As far as your exhaust on the original P2, it's got some screws here. You can unscrew this thing, pull this out, maybe do a little bit of cleaning. There is a single fan inside of here. So you're not getting a ton of output with this thing. I'll leave the CFM right there. Then you come over to the new P2S, similar looking, same size port, but we don't see any bolts on the four corners here. You just press that button right there. This whole thing slides out and you have full access to clean this thing. And not only that, it now has dual fans. You see there's a fan right there in the back and there's a fan up there in the front. It's kind of hard to see, but this is a dual fan motor on this thing now. And if you look in here, I mean, there's that grill. I can literally just push it through from the other end. So very easy access to get in here and clean all the junk out of this. And all of your electrical connections are just quick connects. You just press it in and it reconnects itself. It's pretty damn cool, really. That's it. So being that maintenance and cleaning is very, very important on these CO2 lasers, XTool has made it even easier for you to do it, which if you're doing this daily and you're trying to run a business, every extra bit of efficiency is going to go a long way over time. And sometimes when things are a pain in the ass to do, you end up not doing it and it gets neglected and then the shit just doesn't work. What else do we have going on this son of a bitch? Oh, okay. All right, next thing on the list, we'll take a look at the outside of this. I've noticed a couple changes. So the original P2, we've got your connections for that fire suppression system, the air hose, and your electrical connection right there. I do not have that fire suppression system, but I'm sure it's pretty nice. Got your power on and off and your power supply connection right there. And that is it for the back of this thing, except for the exhaust port. And on the side here, you have your Ethernet and your USB, or it's like a C port right there. Now on the back of the P2S, You have the same connections for your fire suppression system. Then you also have some extra USB and C port connections here. Of course, you got your key. Actually, the P2 doesn't have a key on it. Yeah, I don't believe that the P2 has a key, so they added the key on the P2S. I know that the S1's got it, and I believe the F1 Ultra has it too. Yeah, you can see it right there. So yeah, a little extra security on the P2S, along with these other C ports here for some other accessories. And on the side, you still have your same Ethernet connection and USB. Again, it's a C port. And now the last physical change, which is probably the most significant one of them all, going from the P2 to the P2S, is the air assist. The original P2, the air assist, there was just one air assist little pump in there, and it did pretty good. But they added a second air pump in the P2S, which essentially doubles it, just like they did with the exhaust. And the best way that I can explain the air assist in any kind of a laser is it's like steroids for the machine. It intensifies the cutting power, and mostly the cutting power. Makes it way more efficient. And in this situation, from the videos that I've watched on this already, it doubles your cutting speed, if not more. So same 55 watt CO2 machine compared to the P2, but twice as fast, just by upgrading the air assist pump in this thing. So that is a really significant feature that makes this thing a lot more desirable, especially if you're running a business. All right, so that's it for all the major physical changes on this thing. I want to get the new P2S all set up, and then we can get it hooked up to XTool's Creative Space and actually start testing this thing out and talk about some of its other features. I think the Keystone Girl's here now. All right, come on, let's get this thing moved. Skedaddle. All right, here's the plan.
Okay.
We're gonna take this one.
Stop.
And we're gonna move it over there.
Okay.
And then we're gonna take this one and move it onto here. And then from there, I should be good.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. No, then we'll have to take that one and move it onto here.
Gosh.
You know, yeah, let's just do that. It weighs 99 pounds, so.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. This weighs 100 pounds.
My hands are motioning.
Grab it on this part. Yeah.
Both hands there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lift.
Oh.
Got some weight to it. You should be able to kind of slide back in that little nook. Are you hung up on something? Lift it. Lift it up. There.
It's going to go on that base?
Grab it more toward the middle. Bring it over. More toward me. More toward me. Right in there. Hold on, I'll get it. Okay.
Hurts the wrists. I need to do some wrist exercises.
I could help you. We're moving that to there, and then I'm good. You came like perfect timing, because I was literally just ready to start doing this.
Oh, good.
Get right back there, come on.
Does it matter?
No, this is...
Oh.
I don't think I'm using this one anymore.
Are you selling it?
I don't need two of them. And that's the better one. That thing's like freaking brand new. I wanted to use it more, I just haven't had time.
Yeah. Oh, look how strong they are.
You gonna breathe or what? One of you guys tooted because you were flexing so hard. Who was it? Did she stink up the tent last night?
She did.
It was a yes or no question. All right, love you. Oh, come on, this is not necessary.
Well, I'd like to do that.
Bye, love you. All right. Let's turn this sucker on. Whoa. Got lights. I think that means that it's on. So I have the exhaust hooked up to the XTool air purifier, which, I'll say it again, I freaking love that air purifier. It's really nice if you don't have an exhaust system set up. Moving on. So what I want to do with this thing is just do a little test grid on some of the basswood that they give you. They give you 4 sheets of the basswood with this machine, and they give you some acrylic. So I want to do a test grid on this thing just so I have it, which will also tell me if the mirrors are all calibrated right and I'm getting a good clean engraving. Safety training. I'm not doing safety training. Okay, right here you can see the camera's got a snapshot of the cutting bed. Let's go ahead and throw a piece of this basswood on there. Just refresh that camera, see what happens. We'll see how it looks. Refresh. Poof. I'll be damned. There it is. So here's what's great about the XTool Creative Space. Even if you're a beginner into laser engraving, They have a lot of really cool projects that are already made. You can just go to them, download them, and run them on your engraver as long as you got the material to do it. So what we're gonna do is go up to the home key and hit Design Find. Got all kinds of different designs here that other people have done and they've shared so that you can go and use them yourself, which is really awesome. So I think what I'd like to do with some of this basswood after we make the test grid, I want to cut out one of these little projects for the girls to do, probably a Halloween one here. They'll freaking love it. So all right, what I have here are my own 2 little test grids that I made using XTool Creative Space. I will say that material test grid tool that they have built into the software is pretty damn handy. You don't have to sit there and go through each and every square and put in all your settings. It just spits them right out for you depending on how many columns and rows that you want to do. And you can do as many as you want. I mean, I think. I only did 10. But anyways, you can see right here the results. The cutting, I was thinking that I was going to get a little bit more options for cutting, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, I could see clearly what my cut settings are going to be anytime I want to cut 3mm basswood, which is why these things are so damn handy. Now what I would like to show you is a comparison between the P2 and the P2S as far as performance, just so you could see that the new P2S is literally like over 2 times faster than the P2. Now when I got this new laser, I did a little research of my own just to see what all of the new features were, and I looked at another YouTube channel, go figure, and it is BitnerBuilt Woodworking. So he did a really good job explaining the differences between the 2 lasers, and he did some tests actually using the P2 and the P2S. Well, now that I have my P2 all disconnected, I'm not really set up to be having all these lasers running at the same time. So here's a little shot of what he came up with. Just want to give credit where credit is due. This guy seems to be a laser engraving professional. And I'll leave a link for his channel in the description because he's got a pretty nice setup over there. I ended up subscribing myself. So I have a special little project that I'm going to make on the P2 with the basswood. I'm going to plug in the settings that I find best based off of these 2 test grids. And this is actually going to be a little project for the girls to work on. They can get it painted up, glue it together. Should be kind of fun. And then we'll show you what it looks like. There is no smoke in here at all. Check that out. It's like I need to go a little higher on my power setting or slow it down a little bit. All right, check that thing out. Pretty damn cool. 3 different layers. So they're gonna paint this layer orange, the second layer right here will be black, and then that base layer is gonna be, I think, yellow. And I pulled that file right off of XTool's Creative Space, their design find, I think it was. All I did was signed up, it was free to download, and all I had to do was put my settings in and I could size it however I wanted to. It was super easy. And there are thousands of files like that, whether it's a 3D file that you can cut all the pieces out and put it together like a dinosaur, bird houses, home decor, I mean, all kinds of crap. Some of it is crap. I mean, this is kind of crap, really, but the girls will have a blast doing this. They really enjoy their little art projects. Made you a project. Check it out.
What the heck is it?
You gotta paint it. I need you guys to paint that for me, and we're gonna glue it together, and then you get to show it off to everyone, okay?
I'll do it together like this. I'll do that one.
Well, let's be careful with it. It's just thin wood.
Who's up here? We just need Dozer up here.
He can't climb up the stairs.
Well, that's not part of it. What the hell are you doing?
Climbing monsters in?
Oh, that looks cool.
If it does, and we got purple, we'll make it pop.
Are you good? No.
Who painted this layer black?
Me. Both.
Looks like crap.
Both of us.
Who painted this yellow?
Me.
Looks like doo-doo, but it'll work. Now we gotta glue this crap together. But listen, after Halloween's over, this little project here, we're gonna burn it in the fireplace.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we are.
No.
We need to glue this layer on top of this layer. All right, listen. I'm gonna get it close here. Get it pressed on there. Press it on. Who wants to put the first one on?
Me.
This is gonna be a hard one. You gotta get it perfect.
Okay.
Because you like to eat glue?
No.
Look at those little parts and get it to fit just right. Very good. All right, who's doing the A?
Me. You said first. See?
All right, good job. Oh, you guys jacked this all up, didn't you? There you go. Don't move the other letters. Mommy's probably inside taking a nap, isn't she?
I don't know.
No, that's horrible. It's completely off center. All right, we'll let that glue dry. Blow on it. She's already mouth breathing on it the whole time, so her side dried really quick. All right, good job, girls. And seriously, after Halloween, we're burning this.
Okay.
Yeah. The main point of this video is to just introduce you to the new xTool P2S because they have basically perfected that machine. I mean, I thought the P2 was good already, but that thing's pretty badass. So what I'd like to do is get a little bit more familiar with this machine. I want to get some more material, get a cool project with some kind of a curved surface so we could show off that feature, but I'll be making more videos on the new P2S. And like always, I will have all of the links down in the description. xTool is always having sales and good deals, so just check it out. Click those links. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Man, it's like muscle memory now. It's like Elvis. Oh yeah. I think it's a ghost. Your mom and I never told you, but when we bought this house, the reason that the other people were selling it is because the shop's haunted.
No.
Yeah, that's why they sold it.
No.
Don't you guys like it here?
Yeah? Yeah.
Don't you think they liked it here?
Yeah.
Why would they leave then?
Okay.
Because it's haunted. The ghosts don't bother me. They'll do stuff like that. I don't care. It's no big deal. I named that ghost Larry. He said, say his name 3 times. And he'll come over here.
Larry. Larry. Larry.
He just touched me. Did you feel that?
No.
Do it to them, Larry. Ah!
Those blue things look like eyes.
Did you get scared?
No.
Yeah, you did. Did you pee a little bit?
No. Almost.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Come here. Sit. Oh, you my good boy. Ha! Sit. Stay. Ha! You my good boy. Good boy. Yeah, look at my good boy. Ow! Damn it! All right, calm down. Calm down, you're scaring me. All right, hey, calm down. Hey, come here. Lay down. Hey, ha! Lay down. Good boy. That's a good boy. Ah! Lay down. There you go, good boy.